Imagine being 12 years old again. But this time, your teacher doesn't just know your name or your test scores. They know how your brain actually works. Not in a creepy science fiction way, but in a hyper-personalized, I get you kind of way. Your strengths, your weaknesses when your mind is most alert, and even how you prefer to learn. And no, it's not magic. It's AI. By the year 2030, artificial intelligence won't just be answering questions or grading quizzes. It might be your learning companion, a tutor, a mentor, and maybe even a bit of a coach, all in one. Not to replace teachers, but to supercharge how we learn. Think of it as the ultimate remix of education, tailored to every student, every day. You might be wondering, wait, is AI really going to take over our classrooms? Are we replacing teachers with robots? Honestly, no, not even close. What AI will do is support teachers, working quietly behind the scenes to make learning smarter, faster, and more personal. Here's how it works. AI-powered learning systems can adapt in real time. Let's say you're breezing through world history but struggling with algebra. The system notices, and it adjusts. You get more focused practice on the math, but without feeling punished. It's not about labeling you as bad at math. It's about meeting you where you are and nudging you forward. And this isn't just about adjusting difficulty. It's about adapting the format. Maybe you remember things better when you hear them out loud. Cool, your lessons are audio-based. Prefer to see things visually? Boom, interactive diagrams. Maybe your brain lights up at 9 p.m. instead of 9 a.m. No problem. The system shifts to match your natural rhythm, like a playlist of lessons, curated just for your learning style. Let's be real. The old school model of 30 kids in a classroom all following the same script? It never truly worked for everyone. If you're ahead, you're bored. If you're behind, you're lost. And if you're in the middle, you're probably invisible. AI flips that script. Instead of forcing students into one rigid mold, it lets each student learn in the way that works for them. Now let's talk about teachers. Are they going to be out of a job in 2030? Definitely not. In fact, AI could make their jobs better. Less time spent grading mountains of homework. More time connecting with students. Teachers can focus on what humans do best. Mentoring, motivating, creating a safe space for growth. Imagine a teacher walking into class already knowing that 3 students had a hard time with the homework. One kid is emotionally stressed, and another is ready to move on to the next level. That's the power of AI-driven insights. Not to replace teachers, but to empower them. And guess what? We're not starting from zero. We've already got tools out there experimenting with this. Khan Academy adjusts difficulty based on your progress. Duolingo tweaks how it teaches you a language depending on your answers. Google's Socratic app helps you solve problems step by step. But that's just the trailer. The full movie, rich, personalized education powered by AI, that's coming fast. But with great tech comes real concerns. Let's not ignore them. AI systems run on data, tons of it. That means we're tracking how students think, what they remember, when they focus, and maybe even how they feel. That level of information? It's powerful and risky. Privacy isn't just a feature here, it's a battlefront. Who owns this data? How do we protect it from being misused? What happens when algorithms misinterpret a student's behavior? These are questions we need to answer before AI becomes a classroom staple. And there's another worry. What if students become too dependent? If your AI assistant is always guiding you, when do you learn to struggle? To think critically? To problem solve without a safety net? That's a fine line. We want tools that support learners, not coddle them into digital helplessness. So, let's fast forward to the classroom of 2030. What does it look like? Well, it's probably not one room with desks and a chalkboard. It's hybrid, flexible, maybe even immersive. Think virtual reality field trips to ancient Rome. Real-time feedback during tests that helps ease anxiety. Lessons that pause and rewind based on your facial expressions. And maybe, just maybe, the idea of failing changes too. Students wouldn't be punished for taking longer. They'd simply be on their own path, one that makes sense for them. With AI, learning isn't about passing or failing. It's about progressing at the right pace for you. Here's what's exciting. The emotional side of learning doesn't go away. In fact, it becomes more important. AI can't replace the joy of discovery, the frustration of a tough concept finally clicking, or the connection between a student and a teacher who believes in them. Those moments? They stay human. AI is just the tool, the guide, the support system nudging students toward their potential. In the end, education in 2030 could be the most personalized it's ever been. Not because machines take over, but because they help us see each student more clearly. So here's the big question. Would you trust an AI to help teach your kids? To help you learn something new? That future is coming. Fast. And honestly, it's not about replacing the human experience. It's about enhancing it. Thanks for watching. If you found this peek into the future of education intriguing, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe for more AI and tech content. And let us know in the comments, what excites or worries you most about AI in the classroom? See you in the next one.